When Rosa Parks was arrested, they had a meeting that night, the preachers and whatnot. They said, well, we have to do something about Rosa Parks, and we need somebody to lead up the organization. And they said, what about that young preacher, that new guy? You know, so they brought Dr. King in. He was new to town, but they brought him in to be the head of that Montgomery bus boycott movement. And of course it grew, you know, it was successful. Well, at the convention in 1956, Dr. King was invited by somebody to speak to the convention. And what happened was that we had a lot of young people, and I was the chairman, national chairman of all the youth, etc. What happened was that people, the older guys, people who were the long-time NAACP people, this preacher wasn't. He was you know, from Montgomery or somewhere. And they said, he's not speaking here, this is our organization. Roy Wilkins, Thurgood Marshall, and some others said that young man, he was only 29 years old,
right.
That young guy, he's not gonna come here and speak at our convention, no way. So I found out about that, and I called together, you know, the young delegates of the NAACP. They were at the convention, and I was the national chairman. We made enough noise that they finally gave in and said, oh yes, of course, he can be the speaker.
Now, did you know there was something special about him then?
Oh, sure, because this was our convention was in June of '56. The bus boycott had started earlier in that year, I think in January. So right. Dr. King was getting a lot of notoriety. People knew him, et cetera, et cetera. So he became a preeminent civil rights leader after a while. But he was still only in the late 20s, 29, right. Maybe 30. And these guys are jealous of him, you know, because the NAACP was started in 19 something or 1919 or something.
Early 1900s, right?
Yeah. And this was this young guy coming along, and he was stealing all their thunder. But yeah, we knew, and they knew it too. They were
so this is after he makes the speech, and people are rushing him right here.
Yeah. I had the honor, actually, after that. I was chosen to be the one to introduce Dr. King to the convention. He said that the human race is like a piano keyboard. You cannot have harmony unless you play all the keys, from a bass black to a triple white. That's how you get harmony, and that's what we're doing now. So yeah, he was incredible.
Now, was the political climate around the country kind of ramping up at this point? Was everyone getting involved? Or was it still just the NAACP and the youth groups?
Well, it was the NAACP and their youth groups. There was, I think the Urban League was beginning to be a little bit more outspoken, et cetera, et cetera. And then also with the NAACP was doing the court cases, et cetera. And Thurgood Marshall
right.
became was an extremely important guy. And this is Dr. King. After he made his speech, everybody in the auditorium tried to get up there to touch him and shake his hand. He was just so incredible. And that's me. That's when I was trying to lead him down from the stage. The fire department came up there and said, "There's too many people on the stage. Please, you have to get off the stage." So and so. So we did. We started walking down the steps. This is Medgar Evers.
Oh yeah.
And now there's a brand new building in the city of Newark, the Dr. King Justice Building, which has some pictures, photos, etc., of Dr. King's career.